Well, we first told you about a veteran who could not afford rent in Orlando even with a job.
After our story aired, he is now moving out of the shelter. Brian Scott is live in Studio B. He has an update for us. Good evening, Brian.
Yeah, homeless thanks to the exploding cost of rent in Orlando, but a big turnaround for that veteran today.
These are the keys.
And that's something he never thought he'd be so genuinely happy to say. But Steve Wickersham never thought he'd be homeless either.
I'm just a middle-class guy, you know, I'm employed.
And yet just a month ago, Steve was right there on our air, out of a home because the rent went up, way up.
I was paying around $750 or something, plus utilities. And that place, having been renovated, is around $1,400, yeah.
And that's about the going rate he found. Anything low income had a waiting list that he couldn't afford to sit on.
It was looking a little hopeless, yeah.
Because his time at the Salvation Army shelter was even running out.
The program wasn't set up to allow me to stay any longer. I was going to be out there. Then we did the television thing and heard from a guy that is himself a Vietnam veteran. And he's my new landlord.
Yeah, that guy had a place, and now Steve's slowly unpacking into it.
So I'm going to be digging out for the next week or so.
It's even right up the street from State Rep Anna Eskamani, who'd been helping Steve in his search.
He's already moved in, he's getting settled.
But his struggle's an eye-opener for the lawmaker, who's taken on Orlando's cost of living in the past, but now has a whole new view on it.
No one is immune to the rising cost of rent. So I think the reality is that we have a lot of work to do. Rent is an issue that impacts all of us.
Steve can attest.
I was very lucky.
He says too many working people, too many veterans called that shelter home along with him. Now as he unpacks, he hopes they one day can too.
The resources are out there, but you have to do some legwork.
Yeah, Steve says several veterans assistance programs also helped him cover moving costs to get there. He's encouraging others who are struggling to contact their elected officials, get access to what's out there. Don't struggle alone. Live in the studio, I'm Brian Scott, Fox 35 News.